for joining us. You are watching the news at noon on African Free Press Television. My name is Bridget Okudili with the news updates. President Muhammad Buhari has warned Nigerians to stop trying to make asylum claims in Britain, saying that their reputation for criminality has made it hard for them to be accepted abroad. Buhari added that those who had joined the migrant exodus to Europe were doing so purely for selfish reasons and not because of insurgency in the country. Buhari stated this during an exclusive interview with a UK newspaper, The Telegraph UK, adding that because of the number of Nigerians imprisoned for various offences in Britain, the country is now suffering an image problem. Reacting to this, a federal legislator and senator representing Bayelsa East Senatorial District, Ben Murray Bruce, in his Common Sense series, has taken a swipe at the president over what he called a desperate attempt at tagging all Nigerians as criminals. Nigerians took to Twitter as well with the hashtag #IamNotACriminal to condemn the president's comments. Eminent lawyer and senior advocate of Nigeria, Ricky Tarfa, has filed a lawsuit against acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), Ibrahim Mustafa Magu, and the EFCC for illegal detention. Mr. Marfa, who was accompanied by 32 senior advocates of Nigeria, led by the former president of the Nigerian Bar Association (NBA), Chief Wole Olanipekun, had on Monday approached a federal high court in Lagos. He asked the court to compel Anti-Graft Agency and its acting chairman Ibrahim Mustafa Magu to pay him a monetary compensation of 2.5 billion naira. Tafa also asked the court to compel the defendants, which included Moses Awolusi, the operatives that illegally arrested him, and the Deputy Director Operations EFCC Lagos office, Ilyasu Kwabai, to release his 2 mobile handsets deceitfully collected from him on Friday, February 5th, 2016, at the Ikoyi office in Lagos to the court for the purpose of destructing all information data and other retrievable materials stored in the 2 handsets. He also sought an order, urged the court to direct the defendants to release his Mercedes-Benz SUV with registration number KJA700CG unlawfully seized from him. The senior advocate also asked the court to order EFCC Magu and 2 other defendants to publicly apologize to him in at least 2 widely circulated national newspapers, social media, and the Nigerian Television Authority (NTA), as well as Channels Television, within 24 hours from the day of the judgment of the suit. Besides, he asked for an order of perpetual injunction restraining all the defendants and their agents from further violating his rights, apart from the payment of 20 million naira for the cost of the suit. He disclosed that the EFCC and the State Security Service, which charged him before Justice Ademola Adeniyi of the Federal High Court, were both an arm of government. Hence, the EFCC should not have gone ahead to rearrest him after he was granted bail by a sister court. Erstwhile Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN), now Emir of Kano, Alhaji Muhammad Sanusi II, has criticized President Muhammad Buhari's endorsement of the CBN's foreign exchange forex policy, arguing that policy encourages corruption. Sanusi, who applauded Buhari's removal of what he described as wasteful and corrupt fuel subsidies, contended that the current forex policy endorsed by the president encourages similar rent-seeking and corruption which plagued the subsidy regime. Disclosing this in an interview with Financial Times, he stated that Buhari has put an end to the crude swap regime, which is also one side of rent-seeking and corruption. He has made the NNPC start producing accounts, so there is greater transparency. Nigerian former Minister of Petroleum Resources, Mrs. Diezani Alison Madueke, has strongly denied media reports linking her to unholy relationships with some young men while in office. She noted that she is happily married like most of the men are, asserting that she is not the scarlet lady people paint her to be. Mrs. Madueke made this known in London while responding to questions from the CEO of Ovation magazine, Mr. Dele Momodu. She sees those rumors as insults on accomplished women who cannot be seen in sensitive positions without running riotous with some men. She noted that she met those men as the former President Jonathan and herself fought to actively incorporate Nigerians in the oil and gas sector as the chairman of the Content Development and Monitoring Board. A federal high court in Lagos has ruled out an objection to the arrest of former leader of the Niger Delta militant government, Ekpemu Polo, also known as Tom Polo. Justice Ibrahim Buba of the Federal High Court renewed a warrant order it had earlier issued for the arrest of the former militant leader. Justice Buba said the application by Mr. Ekpemu Polo's lawyer, Tayo Oyetibo, urging the court to set aside an order of substituted service was misconceived, misplaced, and inapplicable. Justice Buba said Mr. Ekpemu Polo has refused to honor the invitation of the court to appear before it while ordering all relevant security agencies to produce Mr. Ekpemu Polo. Mr. Ekpemu Polo and former Director General of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, Patrick Akpoblakemi, are being accused for a multi-billion naira fraud at the agency. And meanwhile, on the foreign scene, 4 people, including a child, were killed in grenade attacks in Burundi's capital, Bujumbura, which has in recent months witnessed a series of political violence. Mayor of Bujumbura, Freddy Mponimpa, said the 4 were killed in an attack in a bar in the working-class Kinama neighborhood. According to a hospital source, among the victims were a young boy selling eggs. 10 others were wounded. Mr. Mponimpa said in another attack, armed criminals threw a grenade at a police patrol, injuring 8 civilians. Burundi has been in crisis since April when President Pierre Nkurunziza won a controversial third term which led to street protests, a failed coup, regular killings, and a growing rebellion. Intelligence officials in Somalia have revealed that 2 airport workers handled a laptop computer that concealed a bomb which later exploded in a passenger plane during flights. In a video made public on Sunday by officials, one airport worker was seen taking the laptop and handing it to another employee. Spokesman for the Somali Prime Minister Abdul Salam Ato said the employees handed the laptop over to a man who was killed when the laptop explosion blew a hole inside the plane. Somali officials identified the lone fatality as suspect Abdullahi Abdul Salam Boli. He was sucked out of the airliner through the hole from the blast that occurred last Tuesday. Investigators believe the attack was orchestrated by Al-Shabaab, although they are not certain Bole was a direct member of the group, as no group has claimed responsibility. According to Abdul Salam Ato, the 2 airport workers and 20 others have been arrested in connection with the blast aboard the plane. And meanwhile, in sports, Super Eagles coach Sunday Olise has sent a letter of apology to the Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) after his recent attacks on the federation and his perceived critics. Nigeria had failed to reach the knockout stage of CHAN 2016, leading to speculations over the future of Olise as Eagles coach. Olise's 7 months in charge of the Eagles have been marked by controversies. He fell out with former captain Vincent Eyama, with striker Emmanuel Emenike, who also quit international football during that time. He has also gone public with the money problems affecting his team at CHAN, to the embarrassment of his employers. For more stories, please log on to our website at www.africanfreepress.com, like our Facebook page at African Free Press, follow us on Twitter at African Free Press. Don't forget to join in our discussions at African Free Press Forum and subscribe to our YouTube channel at African Free Press. My name is Bridget Okudili. Do have a good day.